Hello, YouTube. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys had a great weekend. Mine was actually not bad. So, today would be Sunday, and on Sundays, I like to go over the progress of the project that I'm making out of my Head to Toe Winter Knits book that you guys have voted on. So, if you want to help pick out the next project, you're more than welcome to go over to my post under, like, if you click my name down below, it will give you options of home, videos, shorts, lives, playlists, and then I know the far right one is post. Click on it. Scroll down. You will find two different polls on there. There's only, I think, 5 or 6 things on my post, by the way, so it's not like hard to find. There's a poll for 3 items out of this book, and there is a poll for the amigurumis I'm making, which is the book I'm making the owl from. So, the current project I am working on that you guys voted on when it was available was this graphic snood. I call it an affinity scarf. It's the same idea. But here's a picture of the example. I know the colors are kind of hard to see, but I hope you guys can get a pretty much general idea. Now, I'd picked out, including white, there's 6 colors in total. White was one of the colors I picked out, and then all the other colors I picked out were all pastel colors. Like a pastel yellow, pink, a purple, a blue, and a green. Well, the blue and green were very similar in like color, especially when you knitted them up side by side. I did one whole repeat, which is multiple rows, and started the second set. And I'm looking at it thinking, this is going to take me forever. Start off with the blue and the green, you couldn't really tell the difference in between the two. And the green was only in one section of like 9 different graph sections throughout the pattern. And it was blue below it and above it. I thought, well, that doesn't look right. I didn't like the way that looked. And then the back of it, because like I said, the green, you only use the one like first 6 rows and that was it. So you don't want to carry that all the way up to the next time. So it's like, I didn't like the looks of it. I decided, okay, we're going to scratch this. It's a little bit of yarn. I'm trying not to waste any more than I have to, but I chucked that out. So I decided then I was going to do just 2 tones of color. Like have 2 different colorways. I really would like to have done this with a white or a creamy color and an ombre. I think this pattern would have looked really nice in an ombre yarn with a solid white or something like that. But I don't have any ombre in my house. That is honestly one color, like when Red Heart came out with their ombre line, I never purchased. I do plan on purchasing some because my Mandala Monday projects, I'm hoping one segment is going to be a Mosaic Monday. But until I get the yarn and get a pattern I like, that's on hold. So I decided, okay, which 2 colors I want? I thought white for sure because it goes with anything and everything. And I thought, okay, what's another color that I was using that's pretty much a full skein of yarn? And I had this Bernat Premium. It's in a lilac color. So that's the color I went with. So the lilac and the white. And I have done, now where the dolphin pin is, like the stitch marker, is the end of second repeat. Where the brown stitch marker is where I was last time I showed you guys. So here's how it's looking so far. Now it is curling. I don't know, maybe my tension is just a little snug, but I'm okay with it. And as you can see, it's a fair length. Now all these little ripples and stuff in it is from carrying the yarn in the back. And there's the bottom. And this is what the back looks like. And like I said, with just the 2 colors and the floats, looks much better. So that's what it looks like with all the floats in the back. And it is very thick and squishy. And it's like that all the way down. Now, as you can see, I did switch needles it's on. I'm using a set, like a pair out of my set that my husband bought me for Christmas. And the reasoning for switching. Now, mind you, yes, the needles that this project originally, sorry about that, was on, there was nothing wrong with the needles. It was the cables. Like, the cables were way too long for this project. Like this fits nicely on the cable length I chose. Like, I don't feel like I'm dealing with extra, material or tools that I have to. But the cables I was using, they're just the cheap plastic cables, and you bend them once and they hold that shape forever. I've even tried soaking them in nice warm water and stretching them out to see if I can get the couple kinks out of that one cable because it's a rough shape. And then yet these needles with the cables, the interchangeable cables, they're like a wire braided cable, and they don't hold like they don't kink up and hold that shape and then make it more of a pain to work with. So I did, like I said, switch cables, but it is coming along. I'm almost done my third pattern, and I'm pretty sure measurement wise it calls for 58 inches. And when I measured it after the first set of colorway of the graft, I would have had to do it so they're 9.5 times or 8.5 times to get the 58 inches. I think for some reason it measured out to be 9.5 times. So obviously you want to end it at the end of the chart. So I can either end it at 9 or I can go on and do it 10. I, at the moment, don't know how long I'm going to make it. It's going to be one of those two. So the snood may be a little bit longer. It may be a little bit shorter. So that's my update so far. Like I said, I'm really liking it. I was still thinking about maybe making it just into like a cowl kind of idea. Because that'd be really warm. But I thought, you know what? Nah. Let's go the whole way and make it an infinity scarf / snood. Why not? Even though our winters lately here in southern Ontario have not been that bad. Like this year, I think mid-December to early January, I think it was, we saw a couple days where it was in the negative 15, 16 degrees Celsius. Now, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. If you want to know, you have to convert it yourself. I don't know how to do the conversion. But lately, for being February, which I'm surprised, we've been in the positives even at night, like anywhere from 0 to +3, +4. Like right now we're at -1, but I think this is the first time I've seen a negative in my temperature for 5 days, and we're in mid-February. Can't complain there. So yeah, it's one thing that sucks is because, like I said, this is a head to toe winter knits book, and like I said, some of the winters we've been having, these brushes there I wouldn't need to use anytime soon. Like some of them, yeah, I would definitely use because they're lighter material and stuff, and you can kind of use it in the fall and early spring. But this project, the snood, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll donate it to something. Anyways, guys, I've kept you long enough. If you're new to my channel and you'd like to see what else type of content I make on my other objects I make and projects and such, please consider hitting that subscribe button, turning on the notification bell. And I do try to upload videos pretty much every day of the week. Very heavily into the yarny crafting stuff like crocheting and knitting. So I'd like to keep you guys up to date with what's going on. Anyhow, guys, have a great night. Tomorrow is Monday, so Mandala Monday. Hopefully, the project I'm working on will be more than one round into it. Because I know last week I only had one round on it. But like I said, every stitch gets you that much closer to the end. Anyways, guys, I will talk to you soon. And bye for now.